Today, I can promise you, there are more opportunities in the country than there were in 1947-48. And honestly, the type of new segments I talked about right at the start, product differentiation, market segmentation, niche marketing. There are far more niche markets for entrepreneurs to get into today than there ever were in the past. So please, there is no problem in the country. When you talk about going global, yes, you have a problem. You have a problem because of the image, but I don't know. I also face that. Yes, we have a track record, so it makes it easier. But I don't know why, but just because Pakistan has a bad image, the only thing it means to me is that the treadmill is at an angle. But you can still be on it. You can still climb it. There are ways of doing it. There have been successful people, even now in this bad environment. You go out and do it. Either the Middle East, Vietnam, I don't know, Central Asian republics, Africa is opening up. So I don't ever believe that for an entrepreneur with a passion and a dream and a zest, I don't think the current situation could stop him. If he's got it, he's got it, and he'll do it. If you can dream it, you can do it.
Yusuf, sir, please. So thank you very much for all the details. I have a question with two parts. One is with your business and the other one is going global. One is with your business and the other one is going global. The first point is this: you told about that you people are in design business. Are you people aiming anything for a product business in Pakistan, competing with other engineering multinationals like Siemens, ABB and all that stuff? Part one. Part two, how can these Pakistani multinationals opt those processes, procedures or practices for which a multinational is known for? Because we talk about multinationals, I work for a multinational, I work for a local group, but there's a big difference in all those processes and procedures for which the brand comes, the multinational image comes, and I have seen that those are practices and procedures which Pakistani companies are lacking, which are gone out of Pakistan. How can we do that, or how can we be known for these things? Unilever and all these Fortune 20 companies especially are known for good practices. A good Pakistani multinational, question is, how can we be known for these practices, procedures, and is Descon aiming for any product thing to compete in the engineering business with Siemens, ABB, Ariba? Thank you, sir.
Okay, we look upon ourselves that Descon is a multinational. We're in several countries. We are a multinational because we have 22 nationalities besides Pakistanis as direct employees of the company. And sitting in our head office here in Lahore, we have 5 nationalities other than Pakistanis. Now, do I fear multinationals? Not one bit. Not one bit. We've taken them on. We've taken on Siemens as one example many times, and no qualms. We can beat them, and we have beaten them on many, many occasions. They've beaten us too. I think on the service side, we provide a better service. Not because it's us, but I honestly feel it. For us to take on ABB and Siemens in another area, medium voltage, high voltage, switch gears. We have not entered into that field. It's interesting that you should mention that. I went to ABB many years ago. We actually formed a joint venture with them to say, okay, why don't you manufacture some of the things? As I said to you, joint venture is one option of moving up the value chain. Unfortunately, ABB ran into trouble. You know, Parsi Benevik, he ran into trouble, and ABB went into a terrible, terrible situation. So that joint venture is still alive, but dormant. On some of our products, we are taking on multinationals or imported. And here is the challenge. And again, I say the same thing. Whenever we have lost a business in Pakistan against a foreign company, bulk of the time we have lost because of our mistake. I cannot say honestly, with my hand on my heart, कि यार हुकूमत ऐसी है और कोई सपोर्ट नहीं देता और बैंक में बुरे हैं. No, they can't. You made your own mistakes, you bought material wrong, you got the wrong design, or whatever. And we have made mistakes, and many of them. But can we take on multinationals? And an emphatic yes. I have no fears of multinationals.
Yes, Yusuf, your organization may end up with a joint venture with Descon if that's what you were wanting to know. Yeah, all right, please.
My name is Usman Gul. I want to know more about the state in which a business plan is translated into reality. Or in other words, when Descon came into existence, you knew that the construction and engineering business had great potential. So what were some of the indicators that you were looking out for?
I guess, can you repeat the last part of the question again?
Yeah, what were some of the things that made you so sure that the construction and engineering business had great potential?
So how did you decide to come into, what indicated to you that your chosen business of Descon is the right business for you to be in? What prompted you again to be in that business?
Well, I'm an engineer, for better or for worse. It's something that, I don't know, I remember when I was at Lalaswar, and I didn't buy it, my predecessor bought it, but a German boiler arrived at the plant. And it really excited me. And I said to myself, wow, what is this? Then you start crawling all over the boiler, looking at it, the burners, the tubes, this, that, the shell, how it works, what is it? And then there was something inside you. You will know, as an entrepreneur, you will know hours doing it.
Sir, with your permission, I have to say this, that we just experienced as an example of the spirit of entrepreneurship which Mr. Razzak is mentioning here. We just saw that in practice. The light went off for a while, and even though this has become so accepted, a lot of us could have probably waited for the light or the UPS or the generator system to come up, but even after speaking for 2 hours, continuously he chose to do away with the mic and just raise his volume and still keep the momentum going. And that, I believe, sir, is the true passion and is the true energy which an entrepreneur requires, despite the treadmill being at a steeper scale. So I would like everybody to give a big hand for this wonderful energy. We will take one last question from the audience. I know, oh my God, that's great to see. The last question just had about 20 hands go up. I mean, we will try to rope in. Yeah, absolutely. We will go with the lady here. We will try to request Mr. Razzak Dawood to come to us again, and we will hold such sessions.